I guess I'm a guest now on this channel. Well, I have been requested by your favorite buzzcut boy, Kid Void. Oh, bars. Gonna be a lot of bars. Kid Void, aka Eli Marciano, has requested me to watch for the first time the video that goes along with his first ever full length album, which I am so stoked to hear. I just saw the album art for the first time, as I'm sure a lot of you did as well. And it was made by my sister, and it's flame. We'll pull it up. So this album is called Evidence of Intelligence. And I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm just gonna start. Definitely not ready for this. So just like strap in. I haven't been a part of any of his creative process. This has all been Eli. Like, I have no idea what I'm about to see. So let's just do it. Yeah. This is actually, my sister does this on like her iPad, and she'll show like this is like a time lapse of like how she made the drawing, which is crazy. Dude. Let's go.
Before there was anything, there was nothing. For many, being told a creation story momentarily satisfies their thirst to connect with the source of all of this. For others, learning theories like the Big Bang or God's voice speaking everything into existence just leads to another question. What happened before that? If there was a beginning, then there must have been a moment when something sprang out of nothing. Consider that for a second. The sun, the moon, the earth, the air, the fire, the water, the insects, the plants, the fungi, everything. You and me and everything. We came from nothing. Which means that nothingness has some sort of quality that makes everything possible.
Oh, shit.
It's time humanity reconnects with that void.
I didn't know we were about to get a whole philosophy lesson. Though, in my phone, his contact name is The Philosopher, so I guess that makes sense. This also makes a lot of sense, knowing Eli, now that I think about it. Nothingness has some sort of quality that makes everything possible. Never thought about nothingness that way. Damn. I'm just gonna keep going.
What's the most intelligent thing on this planet?
Well, it must be the human.
Okay, so we're into, oh boy, we're into the second song, and I just heard what I'm definitely sure is Greg's voice. Greg Sopper, beat maker extraordinaire, who produced this whole album. used to make videos with us if you have been around that long. And if you've been around that long, you must really like us.
Being.
Evidence of intelligence. Ah, snap. Well, let's look for the evidence that could prove that we're the most intelligent. Because as I look around, oh yeah, I must admit, the wiser parts of me are frequently in doubt of it. Creative abilities, when I say intelligence, yeah, that's what I mean. Can we learn, problem solve, and adapt with speed? Apply, grow, evolve, yeah, that's what we need. And it's shocking me as I look and see all our problems are created by humanity. That's ourselves. Do you understand? All the problems that we have are decided by man. What? Please get this. Nature has no problems on its own. This cosmos created everything we call our home.
What do you mean nature has no problems on its own?
Every problem that humanity faces today are only problems because we decided to call them problems. Even death isn't a problem for nature.
This makes me think of the line that Eli put me onto by, it was a line that Jesus apparently said, and it's quoted in the Bible. Or no, not in the Bible. It's something said a lot in church, and I heard it a lot, but never really thought of it in the way that he talked about it. It's God will take away the sins of the world, or Jesus will take away the sins of the world. And the way that Eli described that to me was that it's less that the sins are taken away from the people. It's more that the perception or the perspective is so that you recognize that there is no sin and that there are no problems. Just, yeah, sit with that.
Death is simply turned into more life. Let me tell you a quick story to make this clear. What? Imagine a human scientist that figures out how to build a micro machine that can survive by itself. Yeah, its energy efficiency is totally maxed out, and it learns to heal itself when any troubles are about. Now this micro machine learns to duplicate itself. These machines then combine, form larger versions of themselves, and they work together, communicate in ideal health. Now they refer to one another as a larger self. Then these larger cells begin
I know where this is
each other.
going.
Yo, it's nuts, but it's funny what happens when one lands in another's guts. No, it doesn't die or disappear. Instead, they merge as one. So advanced beings start to appear and explore what they become. Now these beings want to interact cause they don't like to be lonely. So they built a pair of eyes and ears. Now they're chatting with their homies. Then they built a mic, a kick, a snare, and began to boogie down. They yipped, they laughed, they jumped around and yelled hip hop's back in town. What? They yelled hip hop's back in town. Huh? They yelled hip hop's back in town.
Yeah.
Humanity would consider the scientist who created that original micro machine the most intelligent being to walk the earth, correct?
Agreed.
And the
Yo, this like conversation thing reminds me of like some like Plato talking about Socrates, talking to some other dude type thing. Definitely, I bet that was an influence, but yeah. I mean, what can I say?
scientist
Also, the beat.
would be celebrated, showered with monetary rewards, and given every opportunity to teach and lead humanity into a new future.
Why, yes, of course.
Now, if you replace the micro machine from the story with a cell or atom, you'll see that everything I just described is what nature did, all on its own.
Oh, shit.
So dig this. To say that a human is the most intelligent thing on this planet, when we are formed by some sort of force that built everything including our own intelligence, is just ridiculous. The real question is, What would happen if we gave this intelligent force of nature the same praise, respect, attention, and trust that we would give to that scientist?
Oh, I like that idea.
But instead, we're too busy arguing over conceptual ideals.
So this is track 3, Chaos, Denying Truth. I like the denying. It's very hip hop. Eli's really into his favorite rapper is KRS-One, who is much more than a rapper to him and to all of us. He's got it all. Might be enlightened. We don't know, but that's something that KRS-One would do. The denying with the apostrophe. Yeah.
Chaos ensues when intelligence becomes identified with a certain belief about a certain piece or set of information.
So there's this shift from the program of left being about material distribution, where we take the money from here toward an attempt to cram down a particular hope for you might call it
Whoa. Yo, that montage of all those voices, that is sick. That reminds me of that reminds me of, what's his name? MF Doom. Have you ever heard of MF Doom? Probably haven't, but listen to him. Does a ton of shit like that. That is so sick. Also, Scatterbrain. We have our influencer of the day. Eli brought it up for me. You know how we have, like, on the right side of the screen, the video, and then on the left side of the screen, we have an inspiration. Today, it's Nisargardita in shades. He is looking like a boss.
Beliefs are formed from an extremely limited number of life experiences that led the brain of the individual to create a heavily filtered version of reality, which they then perceive as truth.
So Obama's talking about all of this with global warming and that a lot of it's a hoax. It's a hoax. It's a money-making industry, okay? It's a hoax.
messed up situation we're in this culture. When they politicize medicine, where
This is sick.
medical professionals are afraid to talk about their symptoms.
This process also tends to cause repression of extreme emotions, leading to inflammation, high blood pressure, general resentment towards life, and a chronic case of stick-up-your-ass-anitis.
Looters stormed into lower Manhattan last night. They destroyed store windows in Soho and lit fires during another night of violent
You know what they
protests.
used to do to guys like that when they were in a place like this? They'd be carried out on a stretcher.
The first step towards healing is opening perception. This can be done by investigating and destroying one's beliefs, leaving the individual with a clearer lens through which to view reality. In order to do this, one must have a safe outlet to radically observe their truth.
Dude. Eli and I were just talking about this last night, and I mentioned Nisargardita in the context of beliefs, because early on with this channel, he and I watched the video of Sadhguru talking about the difference between knowing and having a belief. And for a while, I feel like both of us were just like, okay, ditch all belief systems, all beliefs. What do I know? Nothing, basically. And more recently, we've been opening to certain ideas of where belief and holding on to something that might be more like faith can guide one forward and allow one to strip away their intellect, because the belief just jumps. You know, the faith just jumps. It doesn't ask why. It doesn't need to know all the reasons. It just jumps. And I mentioned to him last night that Nisargadatta has this crazy quote where he's like, I was able to realize myself after being told the truth by my guru in 3 years, because when my guru told me that I am God, I am the ultimate, the absolute, it is within me, I believed him. And I didn't question it too much. I believed him. And that belief, that blind faith in a way, just led him where he needed to be. So that's just more thought. It's just, yeah, Eli and I have been we've been like going on these like separate paths, but we'll meet up from time to time and just have these weird, crazy connections, as if we're just on these paths through the woods that don't meet, but they're parallel, if that makes any sense. It's pretty incredible. Let's continue. This is track 4, Opposites in Union, Approaching Truth. Also, last track, I love how alt it felt. It didn't feel like an average rap song at all. It was like this montage of very pertinent news clips and background noise, and just like felt like it was very professionally done. I absolutely loved it. And I love that you can do that with hip hop and rap and poetry, and everything in that realm is blend the lines between just speaking and bringing in politics and bringing in ideas, and it doesn't have to be just this streamlined thing. Yeah, I'm stoked. We are not even halfway, which is rad.
I believe the vaccine is poison, damaging the boys and girls it goes in. I believe the vaccines are hero, saving heart rates from hitting 0. I believe this the end of days, seeing cities in a smoky haze. I do not believe in climate change, rising CO2 is just a phase. I believe eating meat is murder, and billionaires should be put in burgers. I believe the government took poo, squeezing pennies out of me and you. I believe America's the greatest, at least it was before the liberals failed us. I believe America's a hoax, freedom built on slaves, that's a joke. Let go.
May we release this tension, loosen our grip on our beliefs. May we admit what we do not know, and reveal the intuitive truths we long for, that every human simply desires a peaceful and joyous life.
There's no depth to light without shadow, no physical life without opposites, no ups and downs without high-low, no depth to life without turbulence, no peace, no justice, yeah I know, no wisdom without the ignorance, no solid without the hollow, no God till we transcend opposites.
Yeah.
We believe that our beliefs bring us closer to peace. But what if they are actually the only thing standing in the way? No human would destroy the intelligence of nature unless they believe they are more intelligent.
Let go.
Damn.
What's the difference between black and white, huh? Same difference between you and I, yeah. All different starts in the eye, what? One way of perceiving the stimuli. This is all light, this is all vibe. Waves appear as particles when looking through an eye. There's no you, there's no I. Every single separation only happens in the mind. We're already in peace, just let these opposites unite. We're already in peace, just let these opposites unite. We're already in peace, just let these opposites unite. I said we're already in peace, just let these opposites unite.
Damn, we're already in peace. Let these opposites unite. Yee! That's crazy. Also, at the beginning of the song, I loved the sonic difference between the first verse, which was just from the perspective of all these different belief viewpoints, which seem like opposites. Ah, very good, Eli. Seem like opposites, these belief points. And then you have all this like really chaotic noise going on, and this, like, the beat comes in and then it fades, and you didn't even realize how chaotic it was or it felt until it was over. Just as all the people out here spewing their belief viewpoints, their I know what's right type attitude, it doesn't seem chaotic to the individual because they're so deep in it. But once you take a step away, once you have just a little bit of separation, if you were to see your life on a screen, then the noise starts to fade and you realize how noisy it is and how peaceful it is back here. And so I really enjoyed it when that faded out, the woman's voice comes in, and it's this like really soothing, calm, like I felt my body like relax a little bit. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna move on. I think that's the end of the song. Maybe not.
No human would take more than they need unless they believed life itself was insufficient. No human would despise their opposition unless they believed they were separate.
Oh, yeah. Next track. God is flow. Let's go. Bars. Yeah.
God is flow, baby. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't speak unless you know it. The media just talks about the knowing. Only know the destination by going. Only know the flow of life if you flow in. Baby, we rolling. Gentle and fierce like the ocean. Calmness creating commotion. Yeah, this is the potion. Greg put the dancers in motion. I gave it a listen and now came these poems. I'll give you the truth though. Truth only come when you let go. Admit all the things that you don't know. And bow to the forces that made you. Don't gotta make sense of it. When sense making leave, this is effortless. Hey, may sound counterintuitive, but that is just what intuition is. Yeah, like how does the mama cat know just how to care for her baby? And how does the mama plant know just when to drop all her seeds? Nah, there is no questioning. Knowledge inside of their DNA. Oh yeah, this is magical. Same knowledge lives in you and me. Hey, don't speak unless you know it. The media just talks about the knowing. Only know the destination by going. Only know the flow of life if you flow in. Baby, we rolling. Gentle and fierce like the ocean. Calmness creating commotion. Yeah, this is the potion. Greg put the dancers in motion. I gave it a listen and now came these poems.
Yo, calmness creating commotion. Only know the destination by going. Only know the flow of life if you flowing. And then you don't even know it because you're just flowing. There doesn't even need to be the separation. That is beautiful.
Everybody out here loves to talk about God. Whether science or scripture, they're all trying to claim that they know right and wrong. But how many of them live it? Search for the ones that are with it, not repeating the words or the digits. This is wisdom founded in forgiveness. Read up the Bible, read up the Quran, read up the Gita and read up the Tao. Read up the Gospel of Hop, have the Buddhists unlocked, but none of it matters unless it becomes you.
True. Not true. True. Not true.
Don't speak unless you know it. The media just talks about the knowing. Only know the destination by going. Only know the flow of life if you flow in. Baby, we rolling. Gentle and fierce like the ocean. Calmness creating commotion. Yeah, this is the potion. Greg put the dancers in motion. I gave it a listen and now
Yeah, that's a sick chorus. Damn. Props to Eli. Like, this kid's got a vision, and it's incredible. It's incredible to watch. He's like locked into something, and it's something that I joined on for a while, but wasn't my path. But it's his, and it's like this string that's just pulling him along in such a beautiful way. This force that I don't know if he even knows what it is, but just it ends up with things like this, and with glorious YouTube projects. And yeah, I'm so stoked to see where he's going. Just see him in all his glory. Next track, I believe, track 6, from Stillness We Make. Okay.
Listen close to this, you'll hear genius. Yeah, this genius pulses through all life. Under all the movement is stillness. Nothingness that created all life. Peace and love, they come from our choices. Sunny days, they follow from dark nights. Gunfights, blood on the dirt. These are our crimes, our lives, crime for help. These are our terms. What do you do when your back's on the wall and you don't know what to do? It's up to you. What do you say when you're all choked up and you don't know what to say? You seize the day, living in stillness. This is letting go of drama we make. Training up your will is well-wish wellness in the choices we make. We don't choose the life we're given, but we choose the life that we make. If we work together, oh my, it might just be heaven. We make, we make, we make, we make, we make. Yeah, this life is what we make of it. We make, we make, we make, we make. Yeah, this life is what we make of it. Truth in me is quickly rising, letting go of shame. I'm hiding, shedding lies with cosmic timing, growing pains with divine lining. What do you do when your back's on the wall and you don't know what to do? It's up to you. What do you say when you're all choked up and you don't know what to say? You seize the day. All that a human can do is live and learn. Follow what they feel is true and use that truth to guide their turns. Why do we spend so much time trying to blame? This doesn't heal, instead we're making cycles of the shame. I dream of a world where plants and humans are the same. Treated as two parts of the whole, yeah, that's yin and yang. The healing is focused on the soil from which they came. Clean food, air, water, that's life's holy trinity. Can we look at each other with simplicity? Understand that we all want to live peacefully. Ego out the way, then we all grow in so naturally. Let us live today with our minds focused on the unity. What do you do when your back's on the wall and you don't know what to do? It's up to you. What
Let's go, Greg. That is sick. Yeah. What I noticed in that song made me think about the rest of the project is how different the perception is and the tone is from a lot of Eli's earlier things. I feel like Eli has taken himself out in this album of the viewpoint and the stance of the knower, and now is just a pointer in a way. It feels like this album is just Eli pointing at something, but he's not saying. I feel like there's like a certain like humbleness that he's just like stepped into in this album, which I am really enjoying. It feels like, yeah, really the only way I can describe it is he's pointing. He's not saying, I know. He's just like pointing at something. He's not pointing at you. He's pointing at something. He's pointing at some truths that are out there. And would challenge many listeners to just maybe take a little step out of their realm of perception if they actually listen to the lyrics. Just little step out of their perception. Now we got what I believe is the final track, Rest. That feels right. That feels right.
Recently, I've been feeling anxiety about the fleetingness and fragility of life. At times, I'll look at my surroundings and like an overprotective parent think of all the ways in which I and those I care about could suffer. In these times, I desire to pull everything I know close to me and hold it tight for the rest of eternity. I coil, becoming defensive and reactive, assuming the worst in anything that challenges my comfort, ready to pounce, powered by fear.
I feel like that is so often what can happen when you move into your emotions. And sometimes what comes with that is this scarcity mindset of seeing the things and the people that give you a certain emotion, the friends and family that it seems as though no one else could compare to the amount of love that you have for them and the appreciation and the idea of something going wrong with them, something going wrong in your life, things that you appreciate. It makes you constrict in a way, which is this feeling of anxiety like he's talking about.
When I recognize and accept this state, I become empowered to rest, to create space to relax and release my body and mind, return into the unfathomable intelligence that impregnates every part of reality. My tenseness transforms into fluid wonder, and I wonder if this choice is ever present. To live constricted, unconsciously clinging to comfort, avoiding painful imaginary outcomes, or consciously engaging with the unknown.
Yup.
Accepting things how they are while diving openly into the vast possibilities of a life aligned with creation. Continuously embracing the mystical hand of the universe that beckons me to dance. I don't know. Maybe it's up to you, Void.
Yeah. I love how this opens with like there's like a clear intro poem type thing or thought stream, whatever. And a very clear, gentle outro. Man. I'm stoked. This lineup, my sister, Mia, you've probably seen her on the channel. Crazy artist. That album art is unreal. We're going to go back to it. Yo. So we got the Earth. I don't know. I'm not even going to call it the Earth. We've got a planet. And this planet looks pretty wild. You got the... But like also... Oh, there's something so freeing about it looking like it's not Earth. Like it's some other planet. I don't know what it is in that. And then you got this purple, goofy looking kid. Oh, man. This is like... if you were to take a picture of Eli, this is what I would see. Most people would see a picture of Eli, but seeing Eli in his essence is, which is funny now that I'm thinking about he's just picking his nose and his belly button at the same time. That's the essence of Eli, picking his nose and his belly button at the same time. Yeah. Evidence of intelligence. I could come up with other things to say, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. I'm just stoked. Thank you, Eli, for sharing this with us and putting in the time to a dream that you know is your truth. Thank you, everyone, for watching and for sharing this time with me. I feel very grateful that I get to watch this develop. So much effort was put into this album. You don't even know. You do not even know. So much time. So much heart. So much effort. Yeah. Do what you love. It will love you. Much love, everyone.